Hey, what's up? Hope you're doing all right. This one's a big one for Disney Dreamlight Valley fans because the Wishblossom Ranch update is finally here, and it's not just a small add-on, it's a full-blown expansion that changes how you explore, build, and even move around the valley. The release hits on November 19th, 2025, and the best part is it launches with the entire main story available on day one. No waiting weeks or months for part two, the no drip feeding chapters. You get the full story experience right from the start, and that alone makes this one feel special. So let's talk about what's really going on in this update. The expansion introduces a brand new biome called the Wishing Alps, and at the heart of it sits the Wishblossom Ranch, a beautiful alpine getaway that's fallen into serious disrepair. It used to be the coziest, most peaceful spot in the valley, but now the magic that once kept it alive has gone haywire, spreading chaos through the surrounding lands. It's your job to rebuild the ranch, restore its beauty, and uncover what caused the wish magic catastrophe in the first place. It's not just a rebuild quest, it's a mystery with layers, and every task you do feeds into this larger story about what happens when something as pure as wish magic spirals out of control. What makes this expansion really stand out is how much heart it has. You're not just hammering fences and picking weeds, you're meeting new characters, helping them recover, and watching the ranch come back to life piece by piece. The best part? You can finally ride mounts. And not just any mounts, actual horses. 3 iconic Disney horses are joining your valley: Maximus from Tangled, Khan from Milan, and Pegasus from Hercules. Each has their own personality and abilities that tie into exploration and daily tasks. Once you befriend and care for them, you unlock these special powers that make travel and chores feel fresh again. Imagine galloping across your valley instead of walking, or using Pegasus to lead through tough terrain. This is the kind of feature fans have been begging for since early access, and it changes the whole pace of the game. The expansion also has you bonding with some legendary Disney characters. You'll meet Snow White in the Wishing Alps, and she's basically your guide to the ranch life. She'll teach you how to care for the horses and connect with them on a deeper level. Later, you'll find Tinkerbell in the Wishblossom Heart, where she uses her pixie dust to help you repair the lands and bring the mountains back to their original beauty. Then there's Maximus, who'll guide you through the Victorian-style Glamour Gulch, a place that mixes elegance with a bit of wild charm. Cruella De Vil shows up there too. Yeah, that Cruella. With her fierce attitude and obsession with style, her influence will actually show in how your character's fashion choices and quests evolve. Then there's Khan, always stubborn but loyal, who brings that warrior energy to your ranch building journey. And as if that wasn't enough, you'll head to Pixie Acres, a whimsical overgrown area where Tigger from Winnie the Pooh adds his bouncy energy to your adventures. Rounding out the cast is Pegasus from Hercules, who's all bravery and loyalty, pushing you forward when things get tough. The way these characters blend into the expansion is smart. It's not just fan service. Each of them has a purpose in the story and a mechanic that connects to the environment. Snow White brings empathy, Tinkerbell introduces magic-based crafting, Maximus represents discipline, and Cruella injects personality and flair. Even Tigger and Pegasus feel like symbols of hope and energy. You end up feeling like you're part of a living fairy tale where every quest and side task builds toward fixing something bigger than yourself. One of the coolest new mechanics introduced here is the deconstructed blueprints system. Instead of always running back to a workbench to craft, you can now repair or rebuild items right where you find them. You collect resources and sprinkle in a little bit of pixie dust, and boom, you fix a broken fence, a gate, or a ranch tool without interrupting your adventure. It's a small change on paper, but it makes exploration and restoration way smoother. It also fits thematically, because the whole expansion is about restoring a magical place, not just decorating it. For collectors and completionists, there's a lot to chew on. 4 new villagers are joining your valley, each with their own friendship quests, rewards, and little personal stories. It's that classic Dreamlight Valley loop. Get to know them, help them out, and unlock cosmetics, outfits, and home decor items along the way. What's great is that everything here connects back to the ranch's central theme of care, creativity, and balance. And then we've got the new season-themed content. For everyone, even if you don't buy the expansion, this update adds the Deluxe Winter Holiday Bundle. For the first time, you'll be able to actually change the look of your plaza, Scrooge McDuck's store, Chez Remy's restaurant, and other major locations. The bundle also includes the Holiday Dream Castle skin, which is absolutely stunning. It gives the castle that frosty, magical winter glow. Builders are going to love this because you can finally sync your valley's visuals to match the holiday vibe. On top of that, there's an Icy Mountain River kit and other winter-themed goods added to the premium shop. It's that cozy winter aesthetic Dreamlight Valley does so well. And this time, it feels like a full-blown winter event rolled right into the update. One smart little tweak that people might miss, but really matters. Villagers' favorite gifts and restaurant requests are no longer affected by expansion-only content until you actually enter that expansion. That means the game won't expect you to have ingredients or items from the new zones if you haven't been there yet. It keeps the base game balanced and stops players from getting stuck on friendship tasks just because they don't own or haven't accessed certain expansions yet. Now let's get into the fixes. Because, yeah, they packed in a lot of them. They fixed that annoying bug in the definition of a hero quest where the right characters weren't mentioned properly, which had a few players scratching their heads. They also solved the protecting the camp issue where only 9 out of 10 seeds would count as watered. Now, all 10 will register like they should. Xbox players get some love too with a fix for clothing items that could become bugged in rare cases. On top of that, the duration of critical success when catching anything snippets, has been increased, giving you a better chance to actually benefit from those lucky moments. They also fixed visual problems with the Halloween castle skin. It had missing details and random grass textures showing up on the exterior on some devices, which kind of ruined the spooky vibe. That's all cleaned up now. They patched the issue where items placed on the greenhouse bench or industrial shelf couldn't be selected again, and also corrected placement issues with the wooden potion cupboard. Inside the inside-out realm, there was a bug where the memory wall would stay raised and hide your controls, and that's now sorted. The floating festival bug, where players weren't told which village the portal appeared in, is gone. And some stalls that appeared in low resolution on certain systems have been fixed, so the world looks sharper overall. Graphical clipping got a ton of love too, like water sometimes being visible through wings, and outfits like the Yzma headpiece or the yellow island tank top clipping through your character. Even smaller details like masks and photo mode poses with companions like Nana have been smoothed out, so pictures look cleaner. Controller fixes are another highlight. Using selfie mode with the gamepad no longer randomly switches camera modes, and button icons now correctly match whatever controller type you're using. These might sound tiny, but for streamers and console players, these fixes make the game feel tighter and more responsive. What I love about this update is that it feels like the developers really listened. They didn't just throw new content on top of old problems, they actually took time to polish the core experience. If you've been playing since launch, you can feel how much smoother things are. The menus behave better, input lag feels improved, and the world feels more stable, even in crowded builds. That's the kind of behind-the-scenes work that doesn't make flashy trailers, but makes players happy in the long run. The horses, though, are the real stars here. It's not just a mount system, it's an emotional addition to the game. You feed them, brush them, customize their colors, even decorate their stables. And when they start unlocking new abilities because of how you've cared for them, it hits that sweet spot of progress and reward. You end up forming bonds with them in the same way you do with villagers. And it just fits. The whole vibe of the expansion is about care, magic, and restoration, and horses bring that to life perfectly. The mix of new characters, Snow White's calm wisdom, Tinkerbell's sparkle, Cruella's attitude, and Tigger's pure joy, creates this blend of tones that keeps the story from ever feeling flat. There's wonder, there's humor, there's even a little bit of mischief. And visually, the Wishing Alps is breathtaking. It's crisp, snowy, and full of cozy corners that make you want to decorate and take screenshots. You can tell a lot of love went into making it feel like a place worth saving. Overall, the Wishblossom Ranch Expansion feels like the biggest and most personal addition Disney Dreamlight Valley has ever done. It gives you reasons to care again, to rebuild, to explore, and to spend time with the characters you love in a new setting that's both nostalgic and fresh. It's not just a new story, it's a whole new rhythm for the game. And between the mounts, the crafting changes, the bug fixes, and the new cosmetic updates, this patch brings everything together in a way that feels polished and fulfilling. If you've been waiting for a reason to jump back into Dreamlight Valley, this is it. The ranch is waiting, the horses are waiting, and the mountains are ready to be restored. It's the kind of update that reminds you why this game works. It's about magic, friendship, and rebuilding something beautiful out of the mess. And Wishblossom Ranch delivers exactly that.